Hey everyone, so I saw this post by Yoshida yesterday, and I really wanted to talk about it, but I was feeling under the weather and basically slept all day. So yay for that, right? Anyways, feeling better now, and up to talk about it. So, being new to Final Fantasy XIV, I learned that Yoshida does this post every New Year's, and I think that's really nice. He thanks the players, hints at stuff, and just shows why he is such a beloved producer and director. So, let's read this New Year's greeting by Yoshida and see what he has to say. He starts, "Happy New Year to all you FF14ers out there. This is producer and director Naoki Yoshida. Though we regrettably had to delay Endwalker by 2 weeks right before it was originally slated for release, it was on December 7th that the expansion finally went out into the world. A conclusion to the saga of Hydaelyn and Zodiark, which began all the way back in 1.0. It's now been a full 11 years since I came aboard Final Fantasy XIV, and I feel that I've put everything I have into this expansion. I'm certainly curious to know what sort of an impression it's left with you." Well, my impression is that Endwalker is one of the greatest video games I've ever played. Not MMOs, not RPGs, like in general. So yeah, I was blown away. The story tackled topics that I was not expecting. It made me think, I laughed, and I cried more than I care to admit. It takes a truly special game to invoke so many different feelings, and Endwalker delivered on that. It's also had a lot of hype behind it, and I think it delivered on that as well. Okay, so Yoshida continues with, "Setting aside game content, the large influx of players around the world since mid-year, and the impact of COVID-19 on the supply of server equipment, have led to extremely long login queues, and I'd like to sincerely apologize again. We're currently working to fundamentally address the situation, such as adding logical data centers and increasing the number of worlds in all regions, and we ask for your patience in the meantime." So, you can really tell that the login queues and downtime that players experienced during the initial launch of Endwalker really tore up Yoshida. I mean, it's clear as day that he really wants the player base to have a good time with the game, and the fact that the server issues and login queues prevented that has been hard on him. Whenever you see him talk in a live letter and he has to deliver bad news, you can just see it in his face. He hates to disappoint the players. Anyways, he continues on with saying, "Now then, as its title suggests, Endwalker winds up the tale that has been woven since 1.0. However, Final Fantasy XIV itself is far from over, and we've already begun creating new journeys for all of you warriors of light, or adventurers, rather, to embark on." Curious. This line really made me think, but I won't say any more than that. I look forward to the new stories and adventures the team has in store for us. Yoshida continues with, "As a matter of fact, just as I was thinking about the next adventure, I noticed that a piece of paper had been left on my desk. And what should be written on it? But another poem." And that poem goes, "So wanes the moon before the sun. Its journey ended, home at last. So look we now to days ahead, unfettered from our trying past." From the Memoirs of a Reconciled Man. Yoshida continues with, "Having welcomed the dawn of rebirth, taken to azure skies, liberated a land stained crimson, restored darkness to a light-flooded world, and now, standing with the waning moon at their backs, our adventurers set their sights on a new beginning." Well, that's my take on the words. Anyway, Final Fantasy XIV has surpassed 10 years of operation, a goal that all MMORPGs should aspire towards. And now, we set our sights on 10 more. The first step in this new leg of the journey is patch 6.1, ahead of which we'll take the opportunity to share our plans for Final Fantasy XIV's future. Please look forward to it. Oh Yoshida, you have no idea how much I am looking forward to it. I am so excited for the next 10 years of Final Fantasy XIV, and I have faith in this team to be able to weave a really compelling story, and awesome dungeons, and raiding content. You know, honestly, if I heard this coming from most other developers, I'd probably scoff at it. But since this is Yoshida saying this, and the game's getting more and more popular, the future is truly exciting. I cannot wait to see what Final Fantasy XIV looks like with a bigger budget. Anyways, Yoshida goes on to say, "It's crazy to think that 2022 marks my 12th year at the helm of Final Fantasy XIV. Sometimes I can't help but be amazed that I haven't gotten bored with it. But then there's so much more I want to achieve with Final Fantasy XIV. As I've previously said, I consider it my life's work, and I hope to continue developing and growing the game with all of you. Endwalker is the culmination of everything we've built up over 11 years, and I'm well aware that it will be extremely difficult to surpass, but just like your adventures and the efforts of the development and operation teams, we'll continue to build on our wealth of tales, experiences, and emotions, and endeavor to reach new heights. Again, I wish you all a happy new year, and thank you for your continued support." Well, I am so excited to see what 6.1 has in store for us. With Endwalker ending this tale, the possibilities feel endless as to what we can expect and where the story can go. I mean, there were hints put into the narrative, which I wouldn't dare spoil, but that has little to do with what the overarching story will be. How will they top the Ascians and the Zodiark/Hydaelyn tale? I can't wait to see what they have up their sleeves. Anyways, I think it's really nice that he gives updates like this so often, and that it's been a tradition for him to give an update on every New Year's. Yoshida really shows that Final Fantasy XIV is so deserving of that Game Award for Best Communication. Well, that's all for this one. Just as Yoshida wished, I do too. Hope you had a happy new year. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider leaving a like, commenting, and subscribing. Thanks again, take care, and be safe.